Hi there, this is H. Victoria Hargro Atkerson. I'm an author and a writer, and I'm very, very excited because I wrote this wonderful book that I want to share with all of you. You must read this wonderful book. I have done a lot of research on slavery, and I've toured a lot of plantations that still have slave quarters available for you to see. And many of the plantations tore them down because they thought it was a horrible thing, which it was, to see the living conditions of enslaved people in America. But these are historical landmarks. This is a part of our history. And it is one of the things that we need to do is to make sure we keep these places, because it's a part of the American fabric that we need to treasure. I wanted to put myself in the place of an enslaved person, because this is such a tremendous part of our heritage, and it's also a tremendous part of our lives today, because those things that we are going through with the racial backlash and the hatred, the murders, and all kinds of atrocities that are happening today take their root in our slave history. So it's very important for us to be in touch with that, to go back, review it, discuss it with everyone, all your friends, your family, black, white, green, and purple. Let's get together and talk about this, and let's rid ourselves of this hatred and the conditions that existed, but it's a part of our history. We need to put that in order so that we can move forward in an integrated society, which we have become, where all people are equal, no matter who you are, where you come from, what your sexual orientation is. We are all God's children, and we need to acknowledge that. So I took this journey, like I said, I've been to several, from the East Coast to all the way to New Orleans, visiting slave habitats that were created for our people to live in during enslavement. And it was eye-opening. It was very, very emotional, but I celebrated because the strength of a people who can go through that and still succeed and still make progress and still raise wonderful, strong, intelligent people, all of that makes us more diverse. It makes us richer. It makes us mighty. So I treasure that history, but I also wanted to kind of recapture what it felt like, because I do like to be the person to look back and see what those conditions were really like. So I did that in my journey. And I also visited slave ships and all kinds of things. I mean, it was just a very moving experience just to get the information to write this book for you. So be sure to pick it up. Be sure to pick it up. It's a real personal view of slavery as we look at the life of an African princess and a member of her royal guard as they are captured in Africa and enslaved. But this book, I think, is good because it goes on both sides of the Atlantic. It talks about her life in Africa before she was enslaved. It talks about her family, what her family life was like. One of the things that we lose touch with in this country is that nothing existed before slavery. We were nothing but savages. That is not true. We were mighty people then. Our civilization is ages old, one of the oldest civilizations in the world. That's why that power that we have survived with, that heritage that is the foundation of our existence, will always propel us forward. But the first thing you must do is to own it. So I invite you to go back in history, learn who and what we are, and then take your strength from that, because it will make you mighty. We came from the best of the best. And there's much around here for us to appreciate. So take a look at this book. This is Enslaved, and it's a very personal trek into slavery, and you will see, feel, and hopefully hear the voices of enslaved people from years ago. So take a look at it. It's really a great journey for you to read. Now, before you go, I'd like you to join my electronic family, because we hang together and we do things together. We try to learn from each other. So I need you to keep sending me comments, text me, um, hit me up on Facebook. A lot of people do. Amazon.com, not Amazon.com. Yeah, Amazon.com has a message thing on there also. But my website, which I'm redoing right now, will be released in, I think, a couple of more weeks. We are redoing it. But you will find out that there is a way for you to contact me there. You can contact me through Instagram. I mean, all the social media sites. I'm on them. So be sure to drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the book. And also let me know what you want to hear from me about writing, being a writer, any of the subjects that I've covered, or any of the characters I covered. Give me a line. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, be sure to send them my way. We did a whole series on what it takes to be a writer. That came from a viewer, and I appreciate that, and thank you. And I'm also creating a book on that so that you can have that as a reference for those of you who are thinking about writing as a career. And I invite all people of color to do that, because our history is dramatic and it needs to be told. We have so many rich, wonderful stories in our families that we haven't even shared. So let's share them, and let's do this, okay? Now, take a moment and push that red button and join my family here, and let's love each other. So you take care. Love to you, and love someone special. Thank you. Bye-bye.